actually lost most of its business from the Russian government in the run-up to that point, which is an indicator of where things were moving.
Let's bring in our panel. Start with Anja Manuel, who's, of course, probably talked a lot about the Wagner Group within the Aspen Security Forum. Anja, what do you make of what you've seen today and where this leaves Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, I think Chris Steele is exactly right. It is too soon to speculate on any of this. But of course, we've seen similar assassinations of enemies of Putin and of the regime, and a lot of mysteries over the last 18 months. A lot of senior oligarchs, oil executives falling out of windows, having accidents, their children and wives murdered. So this would not be unusual. I don't know where this leaves Putin. I think it may leave him a little bit stronger. The question I have is what happens to the Wagner Africa group, which recently Prigozhin has been saying he was going to focus on that. And of course, the influence that the Wagner group had in Africa, especially in the Central African Republic, but also propping up authoritarian regimes elsewhere in exchange for lucrative minerals deals. Question, does the Russian government continue that, or does that all fall by the way?
OK, Anja, we're talking about the debate principally because that is, of course, tonight, and we'll focus on the Fulton County Jail tomorrow, no doubt. But I mean, it would be nice, wouldn't it, if the Republican candidates were to talk about some policy, about how they approach Russia, which is very pertinent at the moment, how they might approach the war in Ukraine, what they think about BRICS. But I doubt we're going to get any of that.
I doubt we're going to get any of that, too. You know, this isn't prime minister's questions. The U.S. Political system is very different. I think you're going to see all of these candidates tonight try to break out by having some catchy phrase that's going to be played over and over again on social media. There is some substantive stuff, and I think it's important to raise to your audience in the UK and Europe and in the world how isolationist and in some cases hawkish this whole Republican field is. So many of the Republican challengers to Trump want a complete independence of the U.S. from the Chinese economy, going in some cases even farther than what President Trump was saying. Many of them support military action against drug cartels in Mexico. Now, whether that happens, if anyone actually gets elected, who knows? And then there are very different postures and very hazy policies towards the war in Ukraine, ranging from we shouldn't be doing this at all, and this isn't in the U.S. national interest. Why are we giving the Ukrainians too much aid? To we're not doing enough and we should be doing more. So there's a real scramble, and foreign policy no longer neatly falls into right and left. And I think it's an important thing for